Imagine everything you know about Roman engineering is a lie. You've been told their roads were merely primitive pathways. Yet these so-called primitive constructions defy the ravages of time and still exist, unyielding and intact. The truth is, Rome had a secret, a technology not even our modern machinery can duplicate. The Via Appia, stretching over 350 miles, remains a mystery encased in stone. Its construction defies our understanding of ancient capabilities. How did they achieve a road so enduring that it laughs in the face of centuries? Is it possible the Romans mastered an art lost to us, hidden by those who wish to keep the past a riddle? Enter the Cloaca Maxima, Rome's ancient sewer system, which still functions today. Built in 600 BC, this marvel of engineering was hidden by the Vatican's archives, locked away from prying eyes. Its tunnels are not just stone. They possess a hydrodynamic design that modern engineers can't fully decipher. How could they channel water with such precision without our advanced calculations? Witnesses over the centuries, from Renaissance artists to 19th century explorers, have been silenced, their testimonies buried. The Vatican, holding the key, refuses to open its vaults, preserving a silence that screams of conspiracy. Consider the Pantheon, whose dome, a perfect sphere, remains the largest unreinforced concrete dome in existence. Built in 126 AD, it defies gravity, a feat modern architects can only admire. The secret? Concrete mixed with a volcanic ash known as pozzolana. Yet the specific formula has vanished, erased by those who control our textbooks. The dome's oculus, a 9-meter hole, maintains structural integrity against all logic. It's as if the Pantheon whispers of alien intervention, or perhaps an ancient genius we're not meant to acknowledge. The silence of academia on this matter is deafening. Next, the Roman aqueducts, veins of the ancient empire, spanning over 260 miles. Their precision in gradient defies today's engineering logic. The Aqua Appia, constructed in 312 BC, delivered millions of gallons of water daily, uphill without pumps. Scholars who've tried to replicate its efficiency have failed, their findings suppressed by academic gatekeepers. These aqueducts, with their impossibly consistent slopes, are a testament to a lost science. Yet, textbooks remain silent on the true genius behind their construction, leaving an unsettling void in our understanding. Finally, the Roman Colosseum, a symbol of might and mystery. Completed in 80 AD, it boasts a complex network of subterranean passageways and elevators. How did they achieve such mechanical sophistication without electricity? The truth lies in the hidden mechanisms, a blend of physics and forgotten knowledge. Witnesses from the 18th century described gears and levers unlike any they'd seen, yet these accounts are dismissed, redacted from public records. The Smithsonian, among others, has remained silent, perpetuating a narrative that keeps the Colosseum shrouded in enigma. Who benefits from this orchestrated ignorance of Rome's true capabilities? As we delve deeper, we encounter the Roman bridges, a marvel of enduring strength. The Pons Fabricius, built in 62 BC, still stands, defying floods and time. Its secret lies in the mortar, a mix that hardens underwater, a formula lost to us. Researchers like Dr. Alonso Marcus in 1897 claimed to have found references to its composition in ancient texts, only for his works to be dismissed by the academic elite. The bridge's arches, designed with a seemingly impossible understanding of stress distribution, challenge modern physics. Why does the academic community ignore these anomalies? Is there a concerted effort to keep the true capabilities of Roman engineering in the shadows? Then there's the Roman lighthouse at Alexandria, the Pharos. It guided ships for centuries, utilizing a mysterious lens technology that magnified light far beyond what should have been possible. Ancient texts suggest a crystal lens of unknown origin, yet modern historians dismiss these accounts as myth. In 1854, Explorer Matthias Kent uncovered fragments believed to be part of the lens, only for them to vanish after being acquired by the British Museum. This technology, capable of projecting light across the sea, raises questions about the knowledge Rome possessed. Was it suppressed to maintain the illusion of our technological superiority? The Roman hypocaust system, an ancient form of central heating, defied the brutal winters of antiquity. Found in bathhouses and villas, it's a marvel of thermal engineering, with heat generated by furnaces traveling through an intricate network of hollow floors and walls. In 1810, British archaeologist Sir William Chambers documented an intact hypocaust in a villa near Pompeii, marveling at its efficiency. However, his detailed report was quietly shelved, dismissed as an exaggeration by the establishment. How could they have achieved such sophisticated climate control, and why does modern academia avoid exploring these questions more thoroughly? Consider the Roman dams. The Subiaco dams, constructed in the 1st century AD, stood for over a millennium, their construction techniques baffling even today's engineers. Made with a concrete that strengthens over time, these dams harnessed the Aniene River with precision. In 1893, engineer Thomas Renfield studied their remains, documenting a binding agent in the concrete that modern science can't replicate. His findings were filed away, overshadowed by the push to promote modern dam engineering. What did Renfield uncover that was so threatening to the prevailing narrative? Why do his findings gather dust in forgotten archives? Finally, the Roman watermills, such as those at Barbagal, represent an industrial scale unheard of for their time. Built in the 4th century AD, these 16 mills operated in a complex, cascading system, grinding grain for the Roman Empire. The sheer scale of automation achieved indicates a level of industrial sophistication that contradicts mainstream history. In 1911, historian Edward Holt discovered blueprints and operation manuals detailing their construction. These were promptly dismissed as speculative fiction. Why does the academic world refuse to acknowledge the full extent of Roman innovation? Is there a deeper agenda to keep the ancient world's achievements in the dark? Let's turn our gaze to the Roman temples, specifically the Temple of Jupiter Optimus Maximus. Built on Capitoline Hill in 509 BC, its foundations remain a marvel. The temple's massive stones were perfectly aligned without mortar, a feat that defies modern engineering logic. In 1875, archaeologist Helena Whitman uncovered a series of ancient tools buried near the site, tools that suggested advanced stone-cutting techniques. Her report, filled with sketches and analysis, was mysteriously lost in the chaos of a fire at the Archaeological Institute. Why were these findings not reconstructed and further examined? Was it merely an accident, or a deliberate act to keep us in ignorance of Rome's true prowess? The Roman harbors, such as Portus, illustrate an unparalleled understanding of maritime engineering. Constructed under Emperor Claudius in 42 AD, these harbors withstood the test of time, crafted with concrete that hardens underwater, a mix that modern science still struggles to perfect. In 1902, marine archaeologist Ferdinand Keller discovered underwater structures that suggested a knowledge of tidal forces and currents far beyond what was believed possible. Despite his detailed records, the academic establishment has largely ignored these findings, branding them as speculative and unreliable. Why is there such reluctance to revisit these ancient innovations? Who benefits from keeping the true story of Roman engineering submerged in the depths of history? Consider the Roman amphitheaters like the one at Pompeii. Its acoustics are inexplicable, designed to project sound perfectly across the arena. Built in 80 BC, the design uses a series of stone and wood structures that create an ideal sound chamber, a concept not fully understood even now. In 1889, sound engineer Jonathan Pierce conducted experiments in the ruins, documenting the unique acoustic properties. His findings, however, were ridiculed and dismissed as mere accidents of architecture by the academic powers of the time. What did Pierce discover that was so threatening to the accepted narrative? Why are the secrets of Roman sound engineering still considered taboo? Next, we examine the Roman fortifications, particularly Hadrian's Wall. Built in 122 AD, this massive structure stretches 73 miles, a testament to Roman military precision. Its construction reveals an understanding of terrain and defensive architecture that baffles modern military historians. In 1915, military strategist Colonel Isaac Voss found Roman documents detailing strategic placements and fortification methods that contradicted prevailing military theories. These documents, however, were quietly archived and forgotten, their insights never incorporated into modern teachings. Why are these ancient strategies disregarded? What does academia fear about the truth of Roman military engineering? Lastly, we delve into Roman urban planning, exemplified by the city of Timgad. Founded in 100 AD as a military colony, its grid plan was revolutionary. The precision and foresight of its layout, with streets intersecting at perfect right angles, suggest a grasp of urban planning principles that surpasses even today's standards. In 1898, urban planner Henry Caldwell published a detailed analysis of Timgad's layout, arguing that its design principles could solve modern urban issues. Yet, his work was rejected by city planners of the time as impractical for contemporary needs. What secrets of Roman urban design are being ignored or suppressed? Why does the narrative of Roman innovation remain so tightly controlled? One cannot ignore the Roman road network, often dismissed as primitive paths but in reality, a marvel of engineering precision. These roads spanned over 250,000 miles, facilitating rapid troop movements and trade. Archaeologist Dr. Lucius Granger in 1892 unearthed a section of the Via Domitia in France, revealing layers of construction that absorbed seismic shocks, an understanding of geotechnical engineering that seems to defy the era's knowledge. His findings were published briefly before being buried by mainstream archaeologists, who claimed the construction techniques were coincidental rather than intentional. Why is there a concerted effort to downplay the sophistication of Roman roads? What truth about their expertise threatens the accepted historical narrative? Then we confront the Roman aqueducts once more, specifically the Aqua Claudia. Built in 52 AD, this aqueduct carried water over 45 miles, using a gradient so precise it maintains a consistent flow even today. Engineer Marcus Renfield, in 1908, studied the aqueduct's construction and discovered an advanced understanding of fluid dynamics. His papers detailing Roman expertise in hydraulic engineering were labeled as speculative and shelved by the engineering institutions of his time. Why do these revelations remain in the shadows? Is it possible that acknowledging Rome's hydraulic mastery would challenge the narrative of modern engineering superiority? The Roman concrete, especially as used in the Pantheon, is another enigma. The formula, a blend of lime and volcanic ash, creates a material that strengthens over time. In 1888, chemist Eliza Hargrave conducted experiments revealing properties of this concrete unmatched by modern formulas. Her work, predicting a resurgence of interest in Roman materials, was sidelined by the chemical industry, favoring their synthetic alternatives. What did Hargrave uncover that was so disruptive to the chemical status quo? Why are the secrets of Roman concrete kept hidden beneath layers of industrial agendas? The Roman cities like Ostia Antica demonstrate an understanding of social engineering. Built with meticulously planned public spaces and amenities, these cities fostered community and efficiency. In 1912, sociologist Emma Caldwell studied Ostia's urban layout, noting its capacity to adapt to population changes and social needs. Her findings suggested an advanced understanding of human dynamics, yet were quietly ignored by urban sociologists favoring modern models. Why is there resistance to learning from Roman social engineering? What underlying truths about human coexistence do we risk ignoring by dismissing these ancient insights? Finally, the Roman garden hydraulics, seen in places like the Villa d'Este, showcase a mastery of landscape and water combined. Constructed in the 16th century, these gardens use gravity-fed water features that create an elaborate choreography of fountains and cascades without pumps. Landscape architect Charles Denton, in 1919, discovered ancient Roman techniques hidden in these gardens, suggesting a blend of aesthetics and engineering lost to modern times. His attempts to apply these principles in contemporary landscapes were met with skepticism and resistance. What does the reluctance to embrace these ancient methods reveal about our understanding of sustainable engineering? Why does the true genius of Roman garden design remain obscured? The truth begins to unravel with the Roman sundials, instruments of timekeeping so precise they could predict the solstices with minute accuracy. Built in the 1st century BC, these sundials incorporated astronomical knowledge that rivals our modern understanding. In 1907, astronomer Evelyn Turner uncovered an intact sundial in the ruins of a Roman villa. Her analysis revealed geometric complexities that implied a profound grasp of celestial mechanics. Despite her groundbreaking work, it was dismissed by the scientific elite, who labeled it as a mere artifact of historical curiosity. Why is there a persistent reluctance to acknowledge the advanced scientific prowess of ancient Rome? What does this suppression tell us about the control of historical narratives? Look to the Roman catacombs, a labyrinth of tunnels used for burial and worship, showcasing a remarkable understanding of geology and subterranean architecture. These catacombs, dating back to the 2nd century AD, were constructed with a network of ventilation shafts that stabilized airflow, a technique still not fully understood. In 1916, geologist Richard Hale mapped these ventilation systems, noting their efficiency in maintaining air quality and structural integrity. His findings were dismissed by his peers, who deemed it coincidental rather than intentional. Why is there such resistance to the idea that Rome possessed advanced geological knowledge? What is at stake if we acknowledge their expertise in subterranean construction? Consider the Roman amphorae, vessels used for transporting goods, designed with a hydrodynamic shape that allowed them to be stacked efficiently in ships. These amphorae, dating back to the 1st century AD, demonstrate an understanding of fluid dynamics and mass distribution that modern shipping only rediscovered in the 20th century. In 1918, archaeologist Clara Jordan experimented with Roman amphorae replicas, noting their stability in turbulent waters. Her research was dismissed as coincidental, overshadowed by industrial advancements in shipping technology. Why do we hesitate to credit ancient Rome with such sophisticated knowledge? Who decides what constitutes advancement and what is merely historical curiosity? The Roman heating systems, specifically the caldaria of their bathhouses, exemplify a mastery of thermal dynamics. These rooms, heated by hypocausts, maintain temperatures with an efficiency that eludes many modern systems. In 1914, architect Philip Mason documented the caldaria's design in a Roman bathhouse, highlighting their ability to regulate heat through a complex network of vents and chambers. Despite his compelling evidence, his work was relegated to obscurity, overshadowed by the rise of modern heating technologies. What truths about sustainable heating and architectural design are being ignored in favor of contemporary convenience? Why are the lessons of Roman ingenuity left to gather dust in forgotten archives? Finally, the Roman water clocks, or clepsydrae, reveal a sophisticated understanding of time measurement and fluid mechanics. These devices, used extensively in public spaces from the 3rd century BC onwards, maintained a steady flow of water to mark time, challenging our perceptions of ancient technological capabilities. In 1910, horologist Abigail Finch reconstructed a Roman clepsydra, noting its precision and reliability. Her findings, however, were dismissed by horological societies, who favored mechanical clocks as the pinnacle of timekeeping. What does this dismissal reveal about our historical biases? Are we choosing to overlook ancient innovations that could redefine our understanding of progress? Let us delve into the Roman viaducts, which elevated water supply to an art form. Constructed in the 1st century AD, these structures transported water over valleys and uneven terrain with an elegance that defies our current capabilities. In 1905, civil engineer Harold Langford studied the Pont du Gard in France, observing the precision with which each stone was placed to support immense weight while maintaining a gentle slope. His detailed analyses suggested an advanced understanding of load distribution and structural integrity. Yet, his findings were overshadowed by the burgeoning Industrial Revolution, dismissed as antiquated engineering. What does the dismissal of Langford's work reveal about our reluctance to acknowledge ancient brilliance? Is it possible that the allure of modernity blinds us to the lessons of the past? The Roman bath complexes, such as the Baths of Caracalla, represent an unparalleled achievement in public architecture and civic engineering. Built in 216 AD, these baths catered to thousands daily, utilizing a sophisticated system of heating and water management that today's facilities struggle to match. In 1911, historian Albert Green uncovered blueprints revealing the intricate design of these bathhouses, including their efficient use of natural light and ventilation. His work was largely ignored, deemed irrelevant by contemporary architects focused on steel and concrete. Why do we ignore these ancient blueprints of social infrastructure? What could we learn from Rome's approach to public wellness and sustainability? The Roman bridges, like the Alcantara Bridge in Spain, reveal a mastery of both engineering and aesthetics. Constructed in 104 AD, this bridge's arches are so precise that they have withstood floods and earthquakes for centuries. In 1899, engineer Marjorie Tanner conducted a detailed survey of the bridge, highlighting its use of keystone arches for maximum strength. Despite her meticulous documentation, her work was dismissed by engineering authorities focused on modern materials. Why is there such hesitance to admit the superiority of ancient techniques? What truths about sustainable construction are buried beneath the weight of contemporary progress? The Roman theaters, like the Theater of Pompey, offer a glimpse into the intersection of art and engineering. Completed in 55 BC, this theater's design allowed for perfect acoustics and sightlines, a feat of architecture that challenges today's concert halls. In 1917, acoustician Leonard Fields studied the theater's remains, noting the use of sound-reflecting materials and strategic placement of tiers. His findings were quietly shelved, labeled as non-essential in an era obsessed with electronic amplification. What do we lose by ignoring the acoustic wisdom of the ancients? Could the secrets of Roman theater design redefine our approach to sound in public spaces? Finally, the Roman domes, such as that of the Basilica of Maxentius, showcase an architectural prowess that defies gravity. Built in 312 AD, this dome employed advanced techniques to distribute weight and resist collapse, remaining a marvel even as modern skyscrapers rise. In 1913, architect Florence Wills analyzed the dome's construction, identifying a unique lattice of bricks that provided both strength and flexibility. Her work was largely ignored, overshadowed by the push for steel and glass in urban architecture. What potential innovations are we overlooking by dismissing these ancient marvels? Why does the brilliance of Roman dome construction remain a footnote in the annals of architectural history?